Richard Kumado, a security analyst, and Dr. Adam Bonaa, who's also joining the conversation. Dr. Bonaa, for you now, it's confirmed that Bugri Nabu will be making an appearance tomorrow, and the firm assurance from the committee chair that all of this will be done firm and square.
Yes, correct. Good afternoon, and good afternoon to my colleague Richard Kumado. Yes, yes. For me, it's instrumental, very informative, and probably this is the day all of us, some of our personally, I was waiting for. You can see that technically this is a gossip, or call it, a plot that has gone very wrong, and it looks like a lot of things were said in the open. And so some of us who knew these officers were lying kept hammering that they are just liars. They are just liars, and they are just liars. And you can see from the IGP's own demeanor, you can see his POMAB members following him and, through the sitting. And a lot of things he said, which are of public knowledge now. So what I can say is that this to me looked more like the vetting of the Inspector General of Police. It sounded to me like a vetting where the president would appoint, a minister of state, or a chief justice, or somebody, let's say the EC, somebody, and you have to go through Parliament. Then they put questions to you. What would you do if you are given such a position? But you can see this time around, it is not what an IGP was going to do, but it is what an IGP has done that is being scrutinized today. And so as far as I'm concerned, I think we would have to move on. We would have to move on and unite the country, believing that these disgruntled, disgraced police officers he's going on the 16th. He will never be called to become the IGP, so that he would try any attempt to say, I would break the 8 for the MPP, because even though we had John Mama, His Excellency appoint John Kudalo, 2016, NDC lost by a landslide. Okay, MPP won by a landslide. If you want to, turn it around. And so as far as I'm concerned, these officers, I think we might have to forgive them. Recommendations should be made, but we should forgive them as a country and move on, because
okay,
you can
Dr.
see,
Bonaa, but
during let me just during the testimony, largely their heads were bowed. And for me, that alone was enough. That the day of reckoning, I believe, partially, we are seeing it. And so we need to move on and unite this country.
Your views then, but not to move on so fast. There are a number of questions the IGP would have to answer. Tomorrow, we know that Bugri Nabu will be appearing before the committee. Very interesting times ahead, knowing that the IGP is, for the very first time, telling us that he has no working relations, no dealings at all with Bugri Nabu. That for some people is strange, given the fact that we're seeing some videos already on social media where this chief is making some claims.
Well, the point is that if I have reviewed those videos, and if you review those videos, from the look of things, it looks like the young men, who I don't even know who they are, apart from Bugri Nabu himself, were trying to get Bugri Nabu to admit to certain things. And I am told largely that to a very large extent, from what my intel tells me, Bugri Nabu was actually even threatened. He was threatened. I don't know whether he has made a report to the police. He was threatened. So I'm told he was put under a lot of duress. You can see he was on his own, and you had this young, abled man who were pushing him to admit to certain things. And you and I know that when you are put under duress to admit certain things, that will not fly in the face of law. And so as far as I'm concerned, Bugri Nabu should be brought back again. Let him come and testify. The IGP today, I'm not holding brief for any of them. For me, some of us will continue to remain what we are, continue to support the truth. Bugri Nabu should come tomorrow and come and tell the whole world that IGP said, I have no working relationship with you. And so do you deny or do you accept? Having a working relationship with an institution is different from having a working relationship with, what do you call that, an individual. Your boss, what's the name? I know I deal with all of you. And so dealing with all of you, I deal with all of you more than probably, I don't remember the last time I spoke to the CEO of, the owner of your business. And so I can't go and sit anywhere and say, I have a personal relationship with your boss. I would say I have a relationship with multimedia. So sometimes I could get to any of you when I need some information. You could get to me. So at that level, yes. But so we need to be able to separate the real things from the chaff. And I am happy. The chairman of the occasion have maintained that they are not, losing focus. They should go strictly according to their terms of reference, the TOR. Because mine is that they are not put there to investigate or inquire into police administrative functions. That is not what they were asked to do. They could go into some of the areas, for instance, promotions. I'm even wondering how anyone would recommend, would direct that promote this person or promote that person when there is a law governing or regulating promotions. So as far as I'm concerned, these persons, we know what has taken place and we know what has come out, and the attempt to mix up the issues, which today we have listened to from the horse's own mouth, what he has done. Because if they say you are the West IGP, you people did multimedia, you did a poll, rate the IGP. I saw it this morning, it was interesting. You can see how ordinary Ghanaians who have no working relationship with the security agencies like myself and my colleague, Richard Kumado, who every day you have a relationship working with all the security agencies. So we would tend to know a lot of these things. Ordinary persons who are seeing visibility officers on the street. If you have to travel to my home region, the Upper West region, now you are not fearful that there will be bandits on this road. There were times when plane used to not to go there, you have to go by bus, everybody, or you have to travel with your own vehicle. You must wait in between towns for the police to shepherd you from one community to the other, as if you were in a war-torn zone. If you dared disobey the police, the highway robbers would kill you. And it used to happen. And so mine is that these things, we've seen a significant reduction. Is that not what all of us, me, I want to sleep. And when I sleep, I get up in the morning and I don't hear of robberies. Today, a lot has changed. So for me, I think that I am happy we've heard from the horse's own mouth. And what again are they going to even discuss?
So let's see what then happens.
Whatever they are going to talk about, but I will tell you that whatever we need to hear, the general public need to hear. There's nothing again they are going to
say. But the committee chair indicating that tomorrow we'll definitely likely have that in-camera hearing, which we're all on the lookout for. Richard Kumado, if you're also with us, the possibility of this appearance of the IGP opening up the conversation about further probes into some happenings at the police service, especially when it comes to contracts. That's, widely circulated on social media as well, with Chief Bugri Nabu allegedly confirming that he takes some payments from the police service for security works. There are issues about possible contracts and handouts that should be given. The IGP speaking clearly to say now that in terms of his promotion or appointment to become IGP, there was absolutely no facilitation from Bugri Nabu. Is it time to have other security agencies, the BNI or the National Security Ministry, the Office of the Special Prosecutor, to get involved in this? Is it time for that to happen?
Oh no, when I have lived in the CID block for like 4 to 5 years, so I have a broad background about how things work there. The police service, the military, a lot of people supply them with stuff, and these are individuals, and these are civilians who supply them with whatever they need. So having a contract to supply stuff to the police service has nothing to do with Dampari. Dampari used a coded word where he said two things. He said, I have no working relationship with Bugrin Abu. That was what every professional will tell you. Even if Bugrin Abu is his informant, he will not say it. And having an informant and asset for information, it is common with everybody. Then again, he said a second thing. They asked him directly, did Bugrin Abu lobby for you to become an IGP? Look at the pedigree of Dampari. 33 years in the service. You don't think he's qualified to become an IGP? Richard Kumando, this year will be my 28 years in security intelligence. Today in Ghana and many parts of the world, I have people who are 6 years and 6 generations down to me who I have trained in this country called Ghana, and they are managing sensitive national security institutions. And they call for advice almost sometimes. And so tomorrow, if I am made Director BNI or National Security Minister, you question who lobbied for me. I will not lobby, and I can tell you Dampari did not lobby. Blessed, I can tell you on authority that the state itself is struggling to get people to man these positions. The National Security Coordinator is a politician. The Director BNI is a politician. And they struggle to get Dampari. So you think the president to just throw him into the air? We can put our last bet on the mind that throw Dampari out of the wind and bring somebody who doesn't fit into the equation, and you will see the problems.
Okay.
But I'm saying that today, Dampari showed maturity. He's the big boy. He should go back, let them sit over a cup of tea, bring in the big boys like Kofi Boachi, Edweta Bri, who is a lawyer. Bring all those big boys, sit over a cup of tea, and address some of these issues, and let's go.
Okay, we'll see how that will pan out. Of course, the president is the ultimate person to decide on this matter of either, firing or keeping the IGP. Thanks, gentlemen, for joining us, Richard Kumado and Dr. Adam Bonaa. That's all we have for you in this package. We'll see you in the next hour. This is the Pulse as we wrap up on the Joy News channel. Next is Let's Talk Showbiz. Thanks for your time.